What's going on, everybody? The Island Ricks TV back with another video. As y'all can see, I got on my Kobe Bryant sweater or jacket, whatever you want to call it, hoodie. Yeah, hoodie. That's the proper term to use. Hoodie. So it's been reported that Russell Westbrook is likely to stay with the Los Angeles Lakers. This is coming right after Phil Jackson. It's been said that Phil Jackson would rather trade LeBron James and keep Russell Westbrook. Now, I never really gave my thoughts on it, but what I say is this. I think that when we look at, I've always said multiple times that Russell Westbrook, he has that same DNA that Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan possess. But the difference between the Jordans and the Kobes, they're more disciplined. They know they have controlled aggression. They know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. They know when to go to an attack mode and go into kill mode. And they know when to be calm, relaxed. So they have the perfect balance. To whereas with Russell Westbrook, he's just going 100 miles per hour constantly, and it's hard for him. He get inside his own head. He has a huge ego. But I think being in Los Angeles, a big market like LA, our fans, they hold you accountable. And Russell Westbrook truly wants to be a Los Angeles Laker. So he loves that. This is his childhood dream. Childhood, favorite childhood team that he grew up watching. So deep down, he really wants to be a Laker. But even when Phil Jackson came to Michael Jordan was seen as a ball hog. Same thing with Kobe. He was young, and Phil Jackson had to teach him that team basketball, like chasing individual stats is only going to get you but so far. You might get all the MVP awards, but when it comes down to, you have to balance the team basketball and you can win championships. And Phil Jackson became more than a coach. He was a mentor. He was a Zen master. And Phil Jackson would be coming to, and I'm not saying that because, I truly believe that Jeannie Buss just brought Phil Jackson to send a message to LeBron James that, we will, you gonna be, what I want to say? She wants to send a message to LeBron James that we not gonna tolerate what you bringing to this team. All this toxic behavior. She's tired of LeBron James, honestly. And I think she's ready to move past LeBron. And I think she knows that LeBron James don't like Phil Jackson due to the posse comment that he's made and saying that just them going back and forth. So LeBron James thinks Phil Jackson's a racist, blah, 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 right? So I think she wants to bring Phil Jackson up, and so it could force LeBron James to say, okay, I'm ready to go, because I don't want to be a part of nothing that Phil Jackson is associated with. And I think it's kind of like ironic how all this is unfolding while LeBron James has been having the discussion and the talks about going back to Cleveland. So it's all lining up. It's all starting to piece itself together, and y'all seeing what's happening right now, right? So I think that, all right, so Russell Westbrook, he's a fighter. He has that killer mentality. He takes the game serious. He's passionate. He takes pride in wearing that Laker jersey, right? Now, it's some things that you could correct, And I think that Phil Jackson is more hands-on. I think he'll be more open to listening to Phil Jackson because he know that he won with Kobe. He won with Shaq. He won with Michael Jordan, Pippen, and all those guys. So his resume speaks for itself. So I think that LeBron James is a great player, but I think that LeBron James is uncoachable. I think he's selfish, and he's not a team player. He's only there for individual stats. He's only going to pass and facilitate when it's beneficial to him and his stats. And when he have no other openings towards the lane, to drive to the lane. So I think that's going to be a huge problem. And he knows that the offense is going to be stagnant. LeBron James is not going to listen to a Phil Jackson, right? He's not the leader that Kobe Bryant is, or Michael Jordan. He don't share that same DNA. So you got to have that ability to want to listen. And Russell Westbrook in the last half of the season, he started to progress. He started to get better. He started to understand that, okay, well, he was taking a lot of bad shots at first, but he started to calm down. And Russell Westbrook was playing how he normally play. He was playing like he normally would play. But at the same time, it's just that because of the triple doubles, and so I think that he's going to come to Russell Westbrook, and I think he understands that Russell Westbrook shares that same DNA, them same qualities that Kobe has. It just needs to be fine-tuned, and I've been saying that from the beginning. I said that Russell Westbrook needs a coach who is going to challenge him, not going to do everything that he says. And that's why I think him and Kevin Durant bumped heads, because Kevin Durant was like, I wanted the ball, but Kevin Durant, he can't say certain things. He's not that vocal leader. And he wasn't built like the Kobe, where Kobe was going to be like, hey, give me the fucking ball and move out the way. He's not built like that. But Kevin Durant is the type of leader that lead by example. And Russell Westbrook is that person who is much more vocal, and he the one who will communicate and express his thoughts and how he feels. So it's a total difference. So I think that she's going to put Phil Jackson and I think she's going to put Phil Jackson and with Russell Westbrook, and they're going to help him. And I think that because when Russell Westbrook was playing for the OKC Thunder, he led them to the playoffs. So Russell Westbrook is still Russell Westbrook. He's still a great player. But I think they have to put the pieces around him, and the two can't coexist. LeBron James and Russell Westbrook cannot play together because they're the same type of player. Russell Westbrook is very ball dominant. LeBron James is very ball dominant. LeBron James can't play off the ball. Russell Westbrook isn't that great at playing off the ball because he hasn't perfected his jump shot. LeBron James has gotten a little bit better in terms of his, shot making ability, but he's still not a great catch and shooter, a great catch and shoot type of guy. So you got to put the pieces around Russell Westbrook. He's getting older, right? But he's still a great player. So you got to put the pieces around him that's going to make him make his job a lot easier, so to speak. So you want for his job to be a whole lot easier. So I think that Jeannie Buss is of the thinking that because Kobe Bryant would have been an advocate for having Russell Westbrook on the team over LeBron James. He's already went on record and said that LeBron James, he's already went on record and stated that Russell Westbrook is a player that he sees himself in, right? He says that Russell Westbrook shares that same fire, chippy spirit. So you have to put pieces, you have to put shooters, you have to put the right bench players around, you got to put the right coach around Russell Westbrook, and I think that you can win. As I said, I think the Lakers should trade LeBron James. This was what I originally said. The Lakers should trade LeBron James, and then they should keep Anthony Davis and have Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis as the two duo. Now you eliminate LeBron. LeBron James he's not as fast as he used to be. He's chasing stats. And they have to put the proper team around. And I think that he see championship qualities in Russell Westbrook. And I think Russell Westbrook can lead them to a title with other great players. He played with that ferociousness. He's always in attack mode. And he just need to be fine-tuned. And people say, oh, he's too old to be trying to teach. He's too old to teach a dog new tricks. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. But Russell Westbrook showed that when he was open to criticism when Shaquille O'Neal was on the sideline and said, hey, like, when Russell Westbrook had walked to the sideline and Shaquille O'Neal was over there, and Shaquille O'Neal was like, man, slow down. Like, just slow down. Like, it's going to come. And he got championships, so you got to listen to somebody like Shaq. You see what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook is 34 years old. He's 33 going on 34. So he still got, like two great years left in him, just like LeBron. So what you got to do is you got to slow the game down and put pieces around him to make the job easier for Russell Westbrook. And bring players along who are hungry, young. As long as LeBron James is the leader of that team, he's going to lead them down the path of destruction. They're heading for destruction because they follow the leader. If he's going out there and he takes no pride in wearing a jersey, he's over at the Super Bowl, right? He's at the Super Bowl and he's at the Super Bowl and he's dancing and he's partying and your team losing. That sends a message that I don't care. I'm just going to have fun. He's out there cheering. He's out there dancing on the floor. You can't send that to people. And then the media don't hold him accountable. You got the media attacking Russell Westbrook all season. They've been attacking Russell Westbrook all year, bruh. They've been attacking Russell Westbrook all season, destroying this man. And, they put all the blame on Russell Westbrook and made it seem like he's not a great teammate. He's not a great player. And instead of LeBron James going to the media, because he understands that these people are pro-LeBron James, right? They are pro-LeBron James. So instead of going to the media and say, hey, y'all need to stop attacking Russell Westbrook. This is my teammate. His words hold a lot of weight. So since what you say hold a lot of weight, you should be holding the media accountable and coming to your teammates' defense. It's imperative that you do that, but he never did that, not once. He may have said, oh, well, Russ is this and I love Russ and blah, blah, blah. No, you should have been like, no. You should have been like, this is my teammate. I'm going to support my teammate. And y'all in the media, those in the media, they need to stop attacking Russell Westbrook. I guarantee you everybody would have stopped attacking Russell Westbrook. But they kept attacking him. So as a leader, that's the wrong message to send to your teammates, because it goes to show that you're not going to stand up for your teammate. And they never stood up for Russ. Russ said it himself. The media bashed him constantly. And as long as you keep LeBron James around, they're going to always think that it's everybody else's fault but LeBron's. So you remove that. And lastly, what I want to say is they will have to get rid of all these draft picks for LeBron. If you keep LeBron, they're talking about trading Russell Westbrook for John Wall, right? They talk about getting rid of Russell Westbrook for John Wall, and they're the same type of player. They play identical. So you're getting the same player back. So you about to trade your last draft picks, all your assets, for somebody that's just going to leave. That's stupid. No. Trade LeBron James, keep Russell Westbrook, and that way you don't have to worry about trading all your assets. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.